This is lesson 4.1 on graphing in standard form. Today is Thursday, September 13th. This is period 5. All right, so here I've got problem number 3. What's the value of A? Negative 3. Move your seat then. What's the value of B? Good. That's the first class that answered that right today. B is 0, okay? Because there is no x term, all right? C is the constant term. That's the one that doesn't have any x at all. Remember I talked about that for a few minutes the other day? The one that does not have any x is the constant term. It never changes. C is 5. Okay. It will. Okay. Don't get ahead of me though, because even though that's obvious to you right now, I think that some people need to see it worked out, okay? So, all right, just looking at this, please. What is the parabola concave up or concave down?
Up,
Down. Because A is negative. Okay? What's the y-intercept? 5. 0, 5. All right, very nice. Let's do the vertex. So here's my formula for the vertex. So I've got, God bless you, I've got negative 0 over 2 times negative 3. All right, so what's 0 divided by anything? 0. So it really doesn't matter what's in the denominator. The answer to this is 0. All right, let's plug this equation into the graphing calculator. Do you need, go ahead, ask a question. No. If 0 was in the denominator, it would be undefined. If 0 is in the numerator, the answer is 0. You're welcome. All right, so I'm hitting my y equals screen, and I'm entering this equation. What is it, negative 3x squared? Negative 3x squared, and then what, plus 5?
Yeah.
Plus 5. Okay. All right, so let's go to the table. Does anybody need help putting that in their calculator?
I know, I'll come around.
All right, I'm going to the table, so that second graph, and I am looking for x equals 0. That's my vertex. So when x equals 0, what's the y coordinate? 5. Okay, so let's go put that on the graph.
So then you had them go right to the table?
Yeah.
So there's second.
So 0, 5 is my first point. Okay? 0 is the axis of symmetry. So I have my dotted vertical line at x equals 0. Okay? All right, 0, 5 is my vertex. Also, 0, 5 is the y-intercept, okay? So for this problem, the vertex and the y-intercept are the same point, all right? Since this is concave down, every point after this has to be below that vertex. So we're going to do some common sense checks. If we see that we're plotting anything above that vertex, something's going wrong and we need to fix our mistakes. All right, so let's go back again to the calculator. Second, yep. All right, so now we're going to choose a point close to the vertex. What number is close to 0?
There you go. Then you
1.
gotta find the
All right, so let's take a look at 1. What's the y coordinate when x is 1? 2. Okay, so here's something new that I want to point out. Okay, we're going to now graph 1, 2, and its reflection across the axis of symmetry. So there's another phenomena that I'm sure that you have observed. Any point's reflection across the axis of symmetry has the same y coordinate. So when you're looking at your table and you're looking for a point and its reflection, you're looking for 2 points with the same y value. So which 2 points have the same y value? 1, 2, and what else? Negative 1, 2. So those 2 points are going to be my next 2 points I'm going to graph. So I've got 1, 2, and negative 1, 2. Let's put them in the table. And then we're going to do 2 more. I'm going to switch back to the calculator. Okay, so I need another point that is close to those. So I've got,
2 -7.
yeah, good. 2, -7 is great. And negative 2, -7. Very nice. So the 2 points that have the same y coordinate are 2, -7 and negative 2, -7. So let's plot those. And I'm drawing my parabola. Okay, so I'm going to point some things out before I move to my next problem. Parabola is concave down, right? We already talked about that. I'm double checking and I'm looking at it. The y-intercept is 0, 5. Now, there's one thing on your vocabulary and formulas page that we haven't talked about yet. I don't think that we talked about narrower or wider yet, okay? So let's look at that now. If the absolute value of A is greater than 1, the parabola is more narrow. If the absolute value of A is less than 1, then the parabola is wider, okay? So what's A for this problem? -3. Its absolute value is? Positive 3. Is positive 3 greater than 1 or less than 1?
Greater.
And so, therefore, the shape of that parabola will be more narrow. Okay? So, I'm going to do my ballet right now. So, I'm going to, it's okay, really.
I don't know that. I got her.
All right, I'm going to do my ballet right now. This is a parabola. Okay? So if I'm going to get narrower, if A, the absolute value of A is greater than 1, I'm going to stretch and do releve and make it taller and skinnier and narrower. If this is my regular parabola and I'm going to have my absolute value of A less than 1, then I'm going to plie. Okay, it gets wider. All right? Very good. Thank you. I'll record you for my next video for a demonstration. All right, so this parabola is more skinny than a regular A = 1 parabola. All right, so that's it for that problem.